Recently I put out there building a guitar out of cement. Well, I'm still thinking about how to do that. But in the meantime, here's a stone Jackson. Well, it's not really made of stone, but it's got a stone finish. This, of course, was made in the 90s when such finishes peaked. This model ran from 90 to 95. This one here dates to 93. They retailed for $695 due and another $120 for the case. Quite a sum in 93, but I'm sure music stores offered it, lower package price or something. I vividly remember this faux stone finish being everywhere. It was way in the crafting community. They sold it in rattle cans. You could do vases, lamps, furniture. I once built a headboard out of scrap lumber, and I covered it in stuff. It was forest green. Another huge fad in the 90s, along with teal. Both nauseating. This one is factory, though. The flames are actually vinyl decals we added maybe 25 years ago. I think it still looks good compared to the, cold-looking original. Flames are eternal, according to the Bangles. But at least it's not tribal art, right? So it's 93 Jackson Stealth EX Professional in stone. Humbucker single coil switch volume tone. Belongs to my brother Vic Hucklebuck. He got it used or on sale new in New Hampshire in the mid-90s. At one point, when we recorded a lot back in the day on our Tascam 4-track, it was our best guitar because it was so quiet. Now, not so much. Mr. Hucklebuck wanted to put it back into rotation. We have so many guitars that this has been kind of a wall hanger for like 15 years. And now it has a terrible clipping in the switch. So I'll fix that. I'll give it a restring, clean it up. This Jackson just really deserves a nice spot A. So let's crack on. Alright, the switch is encased. It's actually got screws I can take off of it. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Let's see if we can clean it with some DeOxit first and see if we can get whatever that obstruction is or whatever's causing that short on the humbucker to go away. So when I use DeOxit, I'm going to spray some down in there. If you can get some in any other area, it's okay to do so. And I'm going to work it. And in this case, since, it's been on the wall for a really long time, I think I'm going to set my air compressor up and also blow out in case there is a piece of wire or filings or something in there. Do that. Let's check it. And I got no clipping. Nice. That last position now works. That last position now works, and I have no clipping now. Oh, it's back to being nice and quiet. Nice. Before I screw this back down, I think I want to cover some of these with some paint. I was going to replace them for new ones, but I couldn't find any that were the exact size in black. So, just a little paint pen. Before and after. couldn't find in my stash any newer screws that would fit this, that had small enough tapered heads that they're not going to be really poking out. So we're going to do the old Paint Pen Refurb again. I think that's just fine. Keeps the originality. But I did have two plain silver screws in my stash that match the black ones, so we at least got the missing ones on there. Alright, with the electronics all buttoned up, I'm going to take the strings off of it. I'm going to work through the fretboard. I'm going to clean all that up. Give it a nice clean down. We're going to do some more Paint Pen Refurb down here where I can. And yeah, we'll get shredding again. So I'm getting conflicting info in my research. Looking up the serial number, I'm told this model was made from 1990 to 95, but Jackson Wiki sites say 92 to 95. But it first appears in the 91 to 92 catalogs, so who knows? Here's what it says in the catalogs. Take a dinky body, sculpt the front and back so that you have an ultra sleek looking and feeling body, and you have the stealth. The result is a lightweight guitar with an extremely powerful sonic character. The 1994 catalog says this: ultra sleek body styling coupled with our extremely fast playing 17mm neck make for a very well-rounded and versatile guitar. The Stealth series of guitars was created to bridge the gap between players who wanted a more streamlined body but were afraid to give up any body mass, which might have affected their sound. There's now a left-handed version of the Stealth EX available, so that all guitarists can now enjoy its sleek profile and fast neck. Goes on to talk about the new HX model they have, and it says, no matter which Stealth model you try, we are sure that you will be pleased with its very comfortable body design and wide range of sonic capabilities. Nice. And these are all over the place on price. The ones I saw in Reverb were listed at like $340 and $9 something. But in Jackson forums, I see mentions of sought after stone finish and rare. So I don't know. Did you have one of these models? And what did you think of it? Let me know down in the complaint section. Alright, I went through the fretboard, cleaned up the neck, took the tuners off, and really gave the headstock a good cleanup. Down here, I replaced one of the screws that was missing here and did the Paint Pen Refurb on the other three screws. And on the neck screws, I also did the Paint Pen Refurb. I want to get into this bridge. It's got a little bit of rust on it, which I'm just going to kind of leave. But I want to make sure all the screws are moving freely. So I'm probably just going to take it right out of here, because it's just the three springs holding it in now. And go through it, make sure that everything's going to slide freely when I go to do intonation. So let me do that now. This bridge came out pretty good. I couldn't find my little can of 3-in-1, so I pulled out a can of peanut butter blaster, creatively lubed it there. The saddle screws themselves I put in a little cup and kind of shook up, so there's like minimal rust or oxidation you can see there. On the top of the string retainers, hit them with the Paint Pen Refurb. But yeah, everything's moving nicely, and I got this pegged in there with one spring for now. Just wanted to get the strings on, and then we'll put some more springs on, and then we'll set that bridge to the right tension. And I'm putting on 9s, mostly because I don't have any 10s left. Plus, we want it to shred. Why work harder, right? So I had really good luck with the saddle screws down here. Putting them in a little cup and hitting them with some peanut butter blaster and shaking it up. A little bit of that. Yahtzee! Yahtzee! Nope. Boy, they look better already, just doing that. So there it is, the Jackson Stealth EX Professional in stone. This one brought back some good memories. I hope it gets used some and doesn't just get put back to the wall. It might be that you're tied to this strap. All the guitars in the jam room have locking strap buttons, Fender style. So you can kind of use your own strap with whichever guitar you want. Except for this one for some reason. In one of the forums I was perusing, someone asked how well the finish on these holds up. Well, this one is 32 years old and still looks fine. It's like rhino liner, you know? It's kind of chip proof. So I don't know. I love the look of it. Would you rock this guitar? Does the stone finish turn you off? Or how about the flames? Yay or nay? Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up for filming it for you, and we'll talk again soon.